So, as you can see, we're going to do a fireside chat here. I titled it Empathy. Now, empathy is one of those things for a while I wasn't sure what it meant. I mean, I was empathetic, but I didn't know I was because the meaning of the word was so hard to grasp. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like I was being empathetic, but I didn't really know what that meant, even though I was being it, because I didn't realize I was being it. Okay, so maybe it's complicated, but we'll just continue, okay? This word empathy is on that list I talked about a while ago that I had made. The one with the word love on it, too. There's a whole list. There's at least 2 or 3 other words that we need to go through. So I'm going to try to tackle empathy a bit. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but here we go. Now, there might be more than 2 kinds of empathy, but I am going to talk about just those 2 in today's fireside chat. So get yourself a seat, a drink, a snack, etc. And get ready for this ride I'm about to take you on, because y'all know my fireside chats are one of a kind. So, the first kind of empathy is the kind where you went through something, someone else went through the same thing, or about the same thing, and you can empathize with them even if you didn't go through the exact same thing. Did you get that? Empathy means you can relate to what they are going through. You have some kind of idea what it was like. That's the simple version of the word empathy. Okay, so the other type is the type of empathy where you did not go through the exact same thing, but because you are a human and because you can use your brain, you can figure out what the other person feels. It can be so out there for you, but you can have some idea of how it would be to feel what the other person is feeling. Because you're human, you have feelings, you have a heart, you are not cold-blooded. In other words, before we get to some examples, I want to say something. We all know that everyone on this planet has gone through some stuff. Lots of horrible shit and some good shit. We know that, right? We know this for a fact. Don't be one of those people that say, no, people don't go through things. La, la, la. Don't be like one of them. Because we all know everyone has gone through some things. We might not know about them because they don't talk about them very much. Okay, since we got that taken care of, that we know everyone has gone through some things, here is the first example. So, me and someone else are going through some stuff. Let's say there is a death. Now, it might be the same person or whatever. It might be a dog or, pet of some kind. Or it might be the same person. Or let's just say maybe they lose their father and I lose a relative. I didn't really know. But I can empathize with them because I can think about how it would be if I lost my father. I can help them through that. Now, if you all didn't know, I have lost my stepdad. It was in 2015, so I have some idea of what it would be like to lose a father figure. So, yeah. Okay, so let's go to another example. This one is, well, I'm not gay or lesbian, but I can empathize with those who have been kicked out of their home because they came out to their parents. I know what rejection feels like. I know what it feels like to have people talk bad about you, to totally disregard you as a person. I don't know all the feelings that someone who's gay, lesbian, and that their parents have kicked them out. I don't know all of their feelings, but I can still help them because I'm human. I can at least listen to them. One thing I want to bring up is a phrase many people use. You don't know what it is like to go through this, so you should just shut up. Or something along those lines. They say these because I don't know if it's to make them feel better or what, but it's just kind of odd to me. What happens, though, is that when they say something like that, it pushes the other person away, and you don't know they might be the one person that can help you. And so if you push them away, there's no one left. What I want is us to be open to receive help from anyone, no matter who it might be, because it might come from the most unusual place. Who knows? There might be just a person or a circumstance that might be able to help more than you thought. Okay, so today we talked a little bit about empathy. Let's try to be more empathetic to the people around us. I mean, there are over 7.5 billion people on Earth. We should be able to find at least one person we can help in our lifetime. I want us to make a goal to help one person in the next week. It doesn't have to be a big occurrence. It could just be saying hello to someone, because that could brighten their day. You don't know. They could have been having a horrible day, and just you saying hello and smiling at them might make them feel better. They may realize that there are good, kind people in this world. Showing someone you care and they can talk to you. Listen to them. I mean, really listen. And maybe you can empathize with them. Because we don't know what people are going through. We don't know until we talk to them. We reach out to them and we see exactly what's going on. I want to go back a little bit to, what I was talking about. I'm not gay, lesbian, but on Facebook, there's a page for our local LGBT welcome center, and there were some pictures of gay men that had been beat up really bad. And there's just different pictures, and I'm guessing it was, they had been beat up by whoever it was, that in maybe different countries or different cities, and for whatever, just because of their sexual orientation. Or it could be something else. It could be the reason why someone is beat up like this. It could be anything, but for this particular purpose that they were showing from the Welcome Center, it was because of their sexual orientation. And I was almost in tears when I was seeing this, because I was just like, these people are just trying to live their lives the best they can without trying to, they're not trying to hurt anybody. They're not doing anything that's hurting anyone. And I see their lips bleeding. They have black and blue marks on their faces. They have a big old gash on their head. I mean, like, they've bled. They've just been beaten really bad. And I'm just like, what kind of person would do this to someone else just because they're different? Just because whatever they're doing you don't like. It's just because you think it's wrong. And I have no clue what that's like. Just going down the street and maybe being pulled into an alley and beaten just because of something that is not totally, it goes the same way with someone that's a different skin color and they get beat up by whoever because they're that skin color. Why? I don't understand. But I can understand the people that have been beaten up, and I can understand what that's like, how that would feel. You would feel dejected. You would feel unworthy. You would feel like your worth as a person is low. How do you get someone to see you as who you are? How much of a person you are? So I strip them bare. I strip them of, not of their humanity, but of seeing that, maybe the wall that might have been between us because of their difference. That doesn't matter. But I see them as a person, and it makes me cry because someone that is in pain, I might not be able to help them, but I so want to give them a hug. And I want to tell them, you are just as important as I am. Be you. You are such a wonderful person. We must empathize with other people. We must try to find in ourselves how someone else is feeling when bad things happen to them and they don't understand. Because they would help people even though they're different, even though someone might have hurt them in the past, they would help them even though those things have happened. And it has nothing to do with things that someone would use to make a wall up against them, but it would have all to do with they're human. We are the same. Let's find a way that we can live together where we welcome the differences, we accept each other for who we are, and we empathize with each other in such a way that we can help each other, care for each other, embrace each other. So right now we are going to reflect. We're going to reflect on the ways we can empathize with people. Those that we've empathized in the past, think about them. Think about how we did it. How did it make them feel, the ones that we empathized with? And how did it make you feel? How did it make me feel? How are we going to be able to make a difference in somebody else's life because we've empathized with them? And if you like, write down things. It's good to journal, to write down experiences so you can look back and reflect on them. Now, if there is something that you need to talk with someone and you just need that, you can message one of us on the staff if you're in Second Life. And if you're not in Second Life, or you just happen to want to leave us a message on the website, you go to almsabachurch.org and find the director's offices and leave your note there for us, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Now, here is one of the things that is good about having a Second Life account, and you can come to the land that we have, the ALM Cyber Church land, because after we reflect, we're going to go to the garden. I call it my garden because I was the one that told Ben to make it, and it's pretty much mine. So we're going to go to the garden, we're just going to chat, and we're probably going to dance too. So come join us. So if you're in Second Life, you can come join us. If you're not in Second Life, you can't. So that's another reason why you should come into Second Life. You can get a free account, and you can come join us in the garden. And we can help you, if you're new to Second Life, we can help you. You can ask us questions. We've been in Second Life for I think it's been 15 years. So it's not like we're new. So you can come join us. It's like been 14 or 15 or something like that. So just come join us, please. Thank you for being here with us, for listening to what I had to say. May your week be filled with empathy. Empathize with other people. Allow them to empathize with you. May you have a wonderful day. Go enjoy it. Bye-bye, my friends.